Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and non-binaries in between, my name is Mike Foley, and this is Dropkick Discussions. Don't get it mixed with anything else.
That's right. Every Monday, we bring you all the news that's fit to print about wrestling, and some that's not. I am the anonymous Raw GM. My name is Tara.
I was expecting you to say Hornswoggle. The actual anonymous Raw GM.
No, I'm 6 feet tall. I could never finesse that. And I'm joined in studio by...
the People Power Movement man himself, Mike Foley.
That's right. And we have a great
People
show
power.
for you today. We are going to bring you a fantasy booking, once again, is rapidly becoming my favorite thing to do on the show, by the way.
It's probably one of my favorites, too, because it's just fun.
Yeah, dude. We're bringing you the AEW Hardcore
division.
belt.
The belt.
That's right.
Not a
And
title.
Not a title. Well, however you want to slice it up is we're bringing it to you.
Yeah.
I'm excited, though. I love
Vince.
doing the fantasy booking stuff with you.
Oh, it's always fun. I love doing it with you, too. But first, we have some news. Let's start it off. The thing that we were calling for last week has happened. Nash Carter was released by WWE around Thursday or Friday. This week, there will be a fatal five-way gauntlet match. I don't remember the exact advertising on NXT. It will be Legado del Fantasma, Grayson Waller, and Sanja. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Brooks and Briggs Jensen, Creed Brothers, and Pretty Deadly.
Who you
But
got winning?
I want Grayson Waller to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the people that won the Dusty tournament win. Creed
This
Brothers.
is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I expect them to because they're already currently in a feud, and right now the titles are feudless, so it would make the most amount of sense.
I'll co-sign that.
But I would love it to be Grayson Waller because he is doing amazing work, and he is a very good heel. But I think he's injured. So,
Yeah, that might mess that
yeah.
up, too.
Besides that, do you have any other news stories you want to talk about?
Not really, other than the Battle of the Belts is on the horizon, and I'm looking forward to that very much.
Yes, it is. What is on Dynamite this week, though? We have the tag titles being defended?
Tag titles are Red Dragon versus, I believe, Jurassic Express.
The current champions, yes.
And then on Rampage this Friday, we have a Texas Death Match, Cole and Page.
Yeah.
You
Money.
know that's going to be good.
Money.
Also on Dynamite, we have Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Team Taz, Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse.
That's right.
One of my favorite men in wrestling.
Yes. All four of those people are just,
They are amazing.
yeah.
I expect all four of them to hold a world title.
Yeah.
In AEW. By the end of my lifetime, I expect them all to be at least a world champion in AEW.
I hope before then. Also, if AEW decides to boss up and do intergender wrestling, the Twitter feud between Serpentico and Nyla Rose is so good. I don't think they will, but it would be funny.
It would be
enjoy
funny.
it.
I could see them giving it to us on Dark.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, you ready to get into this?
Yeah.
We're doing the AEW Hardcore division, right? We made up a belt.
It is the AEW World Championship, but smashed into a tiny bits of pieces.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
literally the same thing as the hardcore belt in WWE.
Lots of duct tape.
Lots of duct tape. It looks awful, and I love it.
As it should. So, if you've been with AEW since the jump, you know there was almost a hardcore division before things went south with Jimmy Havoc. You had Janela, you had Darby, you had Havoc, it was right there, and it just never took off because some of it, one of its key
quote
players.
Smiling Friends, we were right there, man.
Exactly. And, they had to get rid of Jimmy Havoc. Good, he's gone, whatever.
Yes,
but
for good reason.
what we decided to do was, looking at the roster today, what would it look like to debut and book the beginning of the hardcore title in AEW?
Mm-hmm.
We each made up our own stories. You know the deal. You got one. I got one. I heard some of your picks, and I'm scared.
You're scared?
But in a good way.
Okay.
So do you want to go first, or do you want to flip a coin?
Here, we'll have Siri flip a coin.
Do it up.
Hey, Siri, flip a coin.
I'm tails.
It's tails.
Really?
Yes, you're going first.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Here's my picks for the AEW Hardcore division. It would go, and it goes like this. All right.
No.
Here is your 10-person roster that we're going to kick this off with.
10 people.
Right. We got Darby Allin.
Yeah.
We got Lance Archer.
Hey, yo!
Sometimes I forget the soundboard is an option.
Yeah.
So we got Darby Allin. We got Lance Archer.
Okay.
We got the bad boy, Joey Janela.
The bad boy.
We got Abaddon.
Oh.
We got the Bunny.
Okay.
We got Mox.
Okay.
We got CM Punk.
Okay.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
DMD, baby.
Jake Hager.
Jake Hager.
And Penelope Ford.
I think you're missing one other person.
Who is that?
I'm gonna find the sound effect right now.
I couldn't find the John Cena one.
Oh my God. Can we just indulge for the second the thought of Jason Derulo being one of like the famous people they rope in for Mania.
Honestly, though, the past 2 Manias with famous people have been good. I
The
rewatched
Johnny Knoxville one was good.
the Johnny Knoxville one was good. Logan Paul was fun, and you know what? He's defending wrestling now.
Bad Bunny hit a
So
Canadian destroyer.
Yes, let's not forget Bad Bunny hit a Canadian destroyer. You know
That's
what?
right.
I'm actually really mad that they didn't include Bad Bunny in the DLC for WWE 2K22.
Yeah,
They
that
put
was a missed
Machine
opportunity.
Gun Kelly in instead. So I'm literally gonna have Machine Gun Kelly just get busted open hard way.
He's our jobber.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be world champion. What are you talking about? Logan Paul and him are gonna be my top guys in the universe mode.
You better not.
I
You
will.
better
I will.
stop.
I will, and I'll send you a picture.
Please. Please do.
Oh, if they're in my GM mode, they're instantly getting signed. Instant sign. They'll be my top guys.
Oh, wow.
think
We joked about this last time. We're going to fantasy book like MGK's title run.
I will happily book Logan Paul winning the WWE Championship.
We should do that.
We'll do that another time.
We should do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So back to the matter at hand, right? We got the AEW Hardcore title. This is my version of events, right?
All right.
So before round one starts, we got to do a belt reveal,
Of course.
as tradition dictates. So we got the belt. You know, we described it, and I think Taz should be the one. I think if anybody at AEW is qualified to present a hardcore belt, it's the guy from ECW.
That or Sabu.
So at the belt reveal, right? Taz brings out the belt. We got, you know, the belt, the whole ceremony, all the hoopla, right? And then, unannounced at the belt reveal, Matt Tremont comes out.
Oh boy.
Matt Tremont from GCW, founder and owner of H2O Wrestling. One of the bloodiest wrestlers I've seen in my life. Comes out,
Means he has a lot of blood.
drops Taz, and takes the belt and gives it to our villain for this story, using her doctor money to buy people off, Britt Baker, DMD, who is still mad, right? Follow me. Follow me, right? Follow me on this.
I'm sorry, I can't keep it together. That's great. That's
So-
like Vince McMahon buying the ECW belt.
Right, like she's going full heel with this, right? Because she got messed up by Thunder Rosa. She's bitter. She's mad. So she says, because she's a role model, right? She's the role model.
She is a role model.
She doesn't want to be the one getting messed up, so she's buying people into the tournament for the new belt.
Mm-hmm.
So she had Tremont take it. She's hanging on to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to our first week of competition. Here's how it looks. Darby Allin defeats Joey Janela. This is a single limbs tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lance Archer defeats Jake Hager.
Okay.
Abaddon defeats Penelope Ford.
Mm-hmm.
John Moxley, and here's I think I'm keeping up the tradition of giving something away on TV that shouldn't be on TV. John Moxley is going to defeat CM Punk on TV.
That is giving away on TV, but I'm doing the same thing. If you've read Mox's book, you'll see why in a minute.
Right. So, which I haven't, so we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So this, by the way, we'll say the reveal is happening circa now, Battle of the Belts. We're going to try to tie this up by Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, in a move that I feel like these two wrestlers could do, because if you put this booking in the wrong hands, it would look stupid, more stupid. Bunny is going to defeat Matt Tremont. Because this is the hardcore division. We don't have to go by, like, technical rules. We have weapons. We have glass. We have tacks. We have bats.
We have giant mouse traps.
We have giant mouse traps. We have giant hammers that don't get you disqualified, but the small one does. How you doing, Seth Rollins? But so we're gonna have Bunny basically just climb on top of Matt Tremont and beat him into submission.
Okay.
So Matt Tremont is gonna get eliminated out. Britt Baker, probably even she doesn't even have to be there, is gonna cut another promo saying that, look at me, I'm rich and evil. I got more people. I'm not giving you this belt back. You can all deal. I'm the role model, DMD, whatever, right? That takes us to week 2 of the competition, right? We got Darby Allin defeating Bunny, because I think they could pull that off.
I think it'll be fun.
We got Moxley defeating Lance Archer.
Always a good match with those two.
And the next buy-in candidate from Britt Baker, DMD, is a man named Funny Bone. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I am not.
Funny Bone is an indie wrestler. I've watched him staple people where they should not be stapled.
Okay, enough
And
explained.
yeah, he's great. He could get anything over. And he is going to be the one to defeat Abaddon. Because they both wear a lot of face paint. I think that'd be fun. our only two remaining people, our remaining people from AEW right now are Moxley and Allen, and it's going to go like this, right? We're going to get a promo after week 2, and John Moxley is going to say, all right, bet. If you're going to bring in violent people to hold the belt, I'm going to go get somebody that's just as violent, and we're going to deal with you. Britt Baker, I challenge you to a tag match to move forward with this. If you're done messing around with other people and we could settle this, right? Mm-hmm. She says yes. She refuses to put the title on the line, and over her shoulder says she's going to send somebody to deal with Darby Allin. Okay? This takes us to round 3. Darby Allin is going to defeat the next buy-in person, who is Billy Dixon. I don't know if you're familiar with Billy Dixon. Billy Dixon is one of my favorite indie wrestlers. He puts amazing shows together and does amazing work. I watched him in a street fight once where it went out of the building.
That's the point of a street fight.
Right.
To go into the street.
Exactly. It was beautiful. So
I need you to send me that link now because I want to see an actual street fight.
Will
in the
do.
Street. Thank
Will
you.
do. So Darby Allin is going to defeat Billy Dixon. I wish I could give Billy Dixon more TV time, but we could do that later. And then in the tag match, Funny Bone and Britt Baker are going to get defeated by John Moxley and his person that he brought in, wrestler named Paro. Deathmatch Daddy himself.
There you go.
Right?
You've told me about Paro at length, so I
have. He is adorable. I mean, he's very talented. He's very talented. I'm not making
He
that
is
up.
both.
He is both. So since they're all, Allen, Mox, and Paro are effectively baby faces for this, they're going to be like, look, only one of us gets to move forward to deal with Big Bad, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a 3-way match to decide who gets to move forward.
Okay.
That takes us to round 4. I gave it the street fight stipulation.
Okay.
Where Moxley defeats Allen and Paro.
Uh-huh.
All right? So we got Moxley as the person who's looking to face Britt Baker. But Britt Baker, because she's our villain, does the thing that villains do when they get backed into the corner, right? She's like, no, this is not happening how I wanted it to. I have one more trick. I have one more person that you need to get through. I will not let you touch this belt until you get through one last person, because he's the most violent person I could think of. Which takes us to the semifinals, round 5.
I think I know
in
who
an
this
I
is.
Quit match with Nick Gage.
I was expecting him to arrive.
Because Britt could say, this is somebody who's been here before. And he's beat you before, because he has. Nick Gage has beaten Moxley in other places like CZW.
Yeah.
You can't take him. So I'm bringing him here, and if you get through him, which you're not, you can fight me. And of course, Mox does the impossible in an I Quit match, which takes us to the 6th round of this. Finally, an intergender match for the belt where John Moxley defeats Britt Baker at Double or Nothing.
I really like that. That is really good. That fits with Mox's anti-hero personality, and you have the McMahon of the feud. I love that.
And now afterwards,
I'm
right?
jealous. I am very jealous.
So afterwards, right? This is the belt. Remember, people always talk about doing this, and I don't see it done that much. Remember when CM Punk started doing his thing, and he was like, maybe I'll take this to Ring of Honor. Maybe I'll take it to New Japan. Remember that moment?
Yeah.
Remember how cool it would have been if he actually did that?
Yeah.
Or was allowed to do that, rather? I want the hardcore belt to be challenged and lost in other places.
Mm-hmm.
It could be defended in other places in GCW because, like GCW, JCW, whatever, CZW if they can get their act together for 3 minutes. But, like, you could put it on other people because all the attention funnels back to AEW anyway. You don't have to play this as, like, hard and fast with the bookings as, like, a proper heavyweight title. It's the hardcore championship. You could have fun with it. You could do weird stuff with it.
Yeah.
So that's what I would want to see Moxley, because Moxley, we know, loves to wrestle and goes to wrestle other places.
And loves to bleed.
Yeah, he could put that belt on the line and lose it in other places. And the AEW belt could be contested between other people and go back and forth between other places TV, other places dark matches. Like, I want to see this belt go around because I feel like everybody talks about doing that and never does it.
Yeah.
So that's my version of events. What do you think?
I'm really jealous. I really like it a lot. I think it's perfect. Honestly, it's way better than mine.
Stop
I have
it.
no confidence in mine now because I didn't
Stop.
plan out a proper story. But I'll see if I can be proven wrong.
Let's do it. I have confidence in you because I really love the way you did the cruiserweight thing.
So, some stories going in. Kenny Omega has returned And he is an outsider to all of this. He is cleaning up the hardcore division and claiming it to be better than everybody else. He wants to be the number one face of the hardcore division, and no one wants him there because he's a professional wrestler. He's not a hardcore guy.
Right.
Matt Cardona is being brought in, and he claims that he is the death match king, just like he did in GCW, and he should be awarded the title. Jon Moxley is Jon Moxley.
Naturally.
We also have two other people in here, and I'll go through the participants in a minute. Brock Anderson and Wheeler Yuta are out to prove them that they are willing to spill blood in this industry to make it.
Yep.
Because both guys, Yuta's obviously doing stuff, but Brock Anderson's not doing much. And I feel like this is you'll see what I mean.
By the way, can I just pause you real quick?
Yeah.
Can we reflect for a moment on Wheeler Yuta's entrance to the Blackpool Combat Club?
We will after the booking because we're going to have time.
Good. Thank you. I just want to put a pin in it.
Yes, put a pin in it. Darby Allin has no fear, and it does not care what happens to his body as long as he can stake his claim as the first ever hardcore champion. That's what he wants. Ready?
Ready.
Here are the people involved in the tournament. We have Jon Moxley, Brandon Cutler, Lance Archer, Dr. Luther, who did deathmatch stuff in Japan.
Okay.
Brock Anderson, Sonny Kiss, Wheeler Yuta, Nick Gage, Darby Allin, Sami Callihan, Matt Cardona, Lee Moriarty, Swerve Strickland, Joey Janela, Marco Stunt, and Kenny Omega.
That's a solid division.
Before I forget, we are going to switch Sami Callihan and Dr. Luther. So instead of Lance Archer versus Dr. Luther, so instead of that, it'll be Dr. Luther taking on Darby Allin, and Sami Callihan will take on Lance Archer.
Okay.
So, first round, Moxley brutalizes Cutler, brutalizes him, makes his claim very widely known that he is a man who is unafraid, and he also rips off that stupid mask that Cutler's been wearing and makes him and uses a pizza cutter.
Yes.
Hinting that he wants Gage.
And throws the mask back on him, and that'd be cool.
Yes, that would be cool. Lance Archer loses to Sami Callihan.
Okay.
The reason why is Sami Callihan and Jon Moxley used to be in a tag team together, a hardcore tag team. And who doesn't want to see the Switchblades duel it out on live TV? I'm giving that away on TV.
That is beautiful.
Yes, that is great. Yes. Then we have Brock Anderson versus Sonny Kiss. I know you love Sonny, but they are losing.
Yeah.
Brock does, however, go brutal. I'm talking like Brock Lesnar against Randy Orton. I think it was at one of the SummerSlams where he almost like caves Sonny's skull in. He wants to prove that he belongs here.
Yeah. And that's fair, too. I've never seen Sonny wrestle in like a hardcore stipulation, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
Wheeler Yuta is going to lose to Nick Gage, but he is going to bleed like he did in his match against Moxley recently. He is going to put up the hardest fight he humanly possibly can. Now, after the match, Bryan Danielson comes out, looks down at Yuta and says, "You don't deserve this championship," picking up the Pure Championship, setting up a match for them later down the line.
Ooh.
This was written before the Rampage match.
Okay.
So
that makes more sense.
yes. Nick Gage moves forward.
Naturally.
Darby Allin versus Dr. Luther. Darby wins, but after the match, Dr. Luther snaps and goes full ham on him, like smashing him with a bunch of stuff, basically injuring Darby.
Yeah. Because we've seen goofy Luther in AEW. We haven't really seen like
brutal Luther.
Yeah.
Then we have Matt Cardona, the Deathmatch King, beating Lee Moriarty without using a single weapon.
Really?
No weapons. He's going to like go for a chair and he's going to be like, nah. And then he's just going to hit radio silence 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
The reason why is he's the Deathmatch King. That doesn't mean he has to use deathmatch weapons. There's a joke there. Because, he doesn't like doing deathmatch stuff, which is why I don't have him lasting very long.
Okay.
Swerve Strickland versus Joey Janela. Joey is losing.
That's fair.
Mostly because he's on his way out of the company. And
Yeah.
Swerve has more charisma. It also sets up a match that I think everyone wants to see. Kenny Omega kills Marco Stunt. Literally brutalizes him. Does not care. Make sure to let everybody know, including Moxley, hey, I can be brutal too.
Let it go after the bell rings.
Yes.
Let her just smack him up.
Yes. And since he's the president, he can do what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves in the second round, Jon Moxley versus Sami Callihan. We have Brock Anderson versus Nick Gage. We have Darby Allin versus Matt Cardona. And we have Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega. You see the dream match that I set up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be money. That'd be money in any stipulation.
Yes, I'm giving away free TV matches that are money. Moxley, Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan's not going to stay long because he's still under contract in Impact, but
Okay.
It's going to be brutal, and Moxley is going to win, putting Callahan through a glass table with light tubes on it.
Naturally.
And it's just going to be this explosion of glass and dust, and he's going to literally stand there, and we're going to see Nick Gage walk out and just look at him with a pizza cutter and point. Next, we have now Mox. By
I'm
the way,
glad we both built on the Nick Cage John Moxley thing. By the way,
Yes.
that makes me very happy.
Well, here's the thing: Moxley is going to be walking around with the GCW belt throughout this entire tournament.
Ooh.
For a reason. For
Okay.
a reason. Next, we have Brock Anderson versus Nick Gage. Unfortunately, Brock is going to lose, but again, just like Yuta, he's going to put up the best fight he can, and he's going to get over like Rover.
Yeah.
And I'm one.
You season Nick Gage with a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
It's
and
alright.
honestly, I'd have Danielson come down, shake Brock's hand,
Okay.
and say, "You are better than Yuta," because Brock is not going to be laid out. Like Yuta's going to be face down, pool of blood. Brock is going to be standing there, and he's going to be very upset with himself. He's bleeding, like his hair's all messed up. He looks like his dad, and Danielson's music hits, and so that sets up another match for that. Because in between all of this, Danielson has beaten Wheeler Yuta for the Pure Championship,
Which he's now defending.
and that's their first match.
Nice.
So next up, Darby versus Matt. Again,
Money.
But here's
Cash money.
here's how Darby wins. Darby wins by using a light tube on Matt, which blinds him. 1, 2, 3, and Matt can go off on Twitter and do what he needs to do because by the way, Matt is walking around with the NWA World Championship.
Oh yeah, that's happening at the same time.
Yes, he is going to be carrying that proudly. He's going to be saying, "I am the best here. I need more gold."
Look at my 3,000 belts.
He has 7 right now. Money.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
Yeah, I respect him, man. He's been doing great on the Indies.
Yeah. He's such a hard worker.
Well, always ready.
It's true.
Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland.
Money.
Kenny's winning. But I'm giving away Swerve Strickland versus Kenny Omega on free TV in an extreme match.
Yeah.
You should be happy with that.
I am happy with that. Either of those two people are people that I would want to see work, regardless. So
Yeah.
that match is cash money.
Oh, forgot to mention, Cardona works over, I want to say Darby's leg is injured, so he works that
Okay.
over a lot. He puts him in the figure 4. Like all the NWA moves, he puts him in.
All right.
Because again, Cardona is the NWA guy.
Yeah.
Next up,
Throws Billy
Nick-
Corgan at him.
Nick Gage will take on John Moxley in a tournament match, but also a GCW title match.
Yup.
On
AEW.
AEW free TV. And here's the thing: Moxley's not winning. Moxley
Hold up.
is going to lose thanks to interference from the Jericho Appreciation Society, setting up the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. Sports entertainers versus professional wrestlers.
Okay, so here's my question. Why does the sports entertainer care about Nick Gage?
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't think of that.
No, we can make it work.
I think the reason why Jericho cares so much is because Nick Gage is so entertaining, and he's bringing in all these viewers, and John Moxley just isn't doing it.
Right.
So there you go.
He's the only person signed to, what is it, JCW or GCW?
GCW.
Yeah. He's the only person signed to GCW.
Yeah. So there you go. He's the most entertaining man. They only need one person on the roster officially.
You could do it.
Yeah.
You're still good.
Gotcha.
But you're good either way. You don't need my seal of approval, but
No, I know. I still needed that confirmation though. So next we have Darby Allin versus Kenneth Omega.
Kenneth. Come on, Kenneth.
And here's where it's going to get funny. So in between all of this, the Bucks have been feuding with Red Dragon.
Okay.
Haven't officially had a match yet, but also Cole has been saying some pretty mean words, saying that he's the alpha and he doesn't need an Omega. So in this match, because it's hardcore, Red Dragon comes down and costs Kenny Omega the match, letting Darby Allin take the win. But then, to put insult to injury, Kyle O'Reilly grabs Darby Allin and puts him in the heel hook, longer than he should be.
On his already injured leg.
On his already injured leg. Because all they wanted was to do Omega, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And they want to make it they don't need to be babyfaces.
Nope.
So,
All right.
the final match in this tournament is Nick Gage taking on Darby Allin.
Cash money.
And this is at Double or Nothing. This is opening the show.
Okay.
Not a kickoff, opening the show because there's no way they're going to get away with this on YouTube.
Right. This is the first show on the pay-per-view.
Yes. I will not put Nick Gage's GCW title on the line, though.
That's valid.
Yeah, because he just won it. There's no point. Darby is going to be busy with this. Darby wins by using a pizza cutter on Nick Gage and hitting him with so many fluorescent light tubes that Gage is barely standing for a coffin drop through a glass pane. 1, 2, 3.
2, 3.
Darby
Done.
Allin is your new hardcore champion.
Beautiful.
And the first feud going out of that is Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin, an official feud.
Right.
Actually,
like
no. He's busy with Jericho Appreciation Time. You know what? Darby's just going to hold it. I don't have a clear path for Darby yet.
Right.
But
And that's cool. And again, because this is a little bit of a looser stipulation, you have, if Darby wanted, I've never seen Darby work outside of AEW.
I
but-
could see Darby going to a bunch of places and defending it.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you had, so I'm stealing it for mine.
Dilly.
It's a open challenge. Anybody can come in. Anybody
Right.
can do it. Paro can come in and beat him for it. And
Right.
Paro wouldn't be signed for AEW, but they would be the champion.
Because the thing too, is one of the coolest things during Cody's run with the main belt in AEW was that it really locked up the connection between AEW and the indie scene, or strengthened it at least. You put
Yeah.
Nick Gage. Well, no, Nick Gage wasn't part of that one.
You put
Warhorse.
Warhorse, Eddie Kingston, Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
This also leads to new talent getting signed from the indies, so it's not just all ex-WWE guys.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate because these are all amazing workers. They're just not,
Yeah, you got to spread it around.
you got to spread it around. You got to put some guys on ROH.
That's right.
But let us know what you think on Twitter at DD the podcast.
Yep.
DD the podcast. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think is better.
Those are our bookings.
Those are
all
our
other
bookings.
bookings can get put in favorite submission. Go.
Can get put in the coquina clutch.
Exactly. That's where they could go, and they could tap out. So
Speaking of the coquina clutch,
let's speak about it.
the man, the myth, the legend, Samoa Joe
Yes.
is in AEW. We knew this already, but the fact that he was able to take a break from stomping a mud hole in the Max Caster and do a little dancey dance just shows that this is a different Joe,
Just
and
to
I love it.
disrespect him.
Just out of spite. It was just like, I don't like you.
And then we got the promo of Jay. Yeah, literally. And then we got the promo of Jay Lethal being like, "I hate you," and now they're gonna fight. I don't think that fight has happened yet.
No,
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but it probably has since they were both ROH guys. I will say the fact that Joe reacted to Max Caster's raps, which are honestly some of my favorite things to watch. The way he reacted was like, well, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't anger.
I'll give you that before I kick your skull in.
Yeah, he's like, okay,
Get your moment.
you
kid.
got it. Time to die.
Yeah. All right. Respectfully, I'm gonna kill you now.
Respectfully, I'm gonna go Samoan submission machine from TNA and ROH on you.
That was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. And
Speaking also of AEW, that was a thing of beauty. Which do you want to talk about it? Because you wanted to talk about it earlier.
I want to talk about it earlier. I want to talk about the fact that the Blackpool Combat Club has a new member, Wheeler Yuta.
Forged through blood, sweat, and violence.
There is a picture. I'm gonna try to find it. You found the picture of him accepting William Regal's handshake. There is a picture out there. I'm fine because I want to credit the photographer on this because it was somebody. It wasn't AEW. It was somebody that was at the event that took the picture. Right.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Is it him with the crimson mask?
Twitter user Kimber Lastkick. There we go.
All right. Can I take a look?
So Kim, shout out to you. This is a photo of him getting hit by Moxley, and you could see 2 streams of blood coming off of this man's face. You can see it from him selling the hit from Moxley. That whole night was great. That Rampage was amazing. But that was the main event, was Wheeler Yuta fighting Moxley
Tweet
for
that,
entry.
please. Tweet that, please. She deserves more credit.
I did-
Wheeler Yuta versus John Moxley was such an odd match, but at the same time, it was perfect. Yuta is a part of the Blackpool Combat Club, which is great. He lost, but who cares? Because he was made a star. The whole arena, an arena who was tired out
Yeah,
from Dynamite, because Rampage is pre-taped,
this is true.
were chanting Yuta.
Yep.
Yuta.
You could hear it. It was so
You could
good.
hear it. In all honesty, Yuta has been one of those guys that I've seen like, okay, he's pretty solid. He's good.
But
he's,
that
That was star making.
That was something else.
He
man.
is now like an official, like solid mid Carter right now. No
Again-
offense to you, to listen, man. You are almost there to world championship guy, but right now, with that help from Moxley, you are in like the TNT championship division in my mind.
Yeah. And also, like, we were talking about this before, right? We can talk more about Rampage if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah.
We were talking about this before, that the AEW triples division is...
It's a coming.
It's a coming. And now Blackpool Combat Club is a part of that conversation.
So I think we will do it another time, obviously.
Yeah.
Another fantasy booking. I want the Logan Paul one to be the next one. We're gonna book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're going to book Logan
Yeah.
Paul's title run?
Yeah. Let's list off the people in the triples division now. Now we're waiting for Kenneth Omega to return.
Kenneth.
Kenneth Omega. So I have a few off the top of my head. Team Taz, the House of Black, the best thing in wrestling personally for me.
That is bold.
Blackpool Combat Club,
Okay, it was 3.
Jericho Appreciation Society,
Yep.
Jurassic Express as of right now.
Yeah.
As of
Although,
oh yeah, Jungle Boy's dad is getting fed up.
yeah. So we'll see.
Not your real dad, Jungle Boy. You're like your wrestling dad.
And we've got...
We're never gonna have Jungle Boy on the podcast.
That's all right.
Oh well, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
We got Dark Order.
Dark Order.
Just on that, that's solid enough to start.
Eddie
like-
Kingston in Proud and Powerful.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I could listen to him, both of them, cut promos all day.
Eddie,
Day
my
in and day
man,
out.
you are my favorite wrestler right now in this world. You are my favorite. You are the madman himself, and I love you for it. If I could ever, there's only one other person I could love more than you, and that's the FCC.
Hat trick, rule of threes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And like, so the triples division is coming together. Just to clear this up, right? Do you think there's going to be a belt?
I think there'll be like 3 belts.
Okay.
I think it'll look a little bit like the tag title. I think it'll be a bit different. Yeah, I see all 3 guys holding it. I don't know who else there could be.
Yeah, I think their only challenge is just to make sure that like the triplets division steers clear of the tag division and vice versa.
I think it should be its own separate thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which it's so far. I'm not saying it's been a bad job at it. I'm just saying in general, like there's clear differences.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing they should do is ratify the belt that Ricky Starks has that I can't say live on air.
The Taz belt.
The Taz belt. The Taz belt needs to just get made official. Like, I get it. It's the whole shtick of it. But, like, at this point, like, man, it doesn't matter then. It doesn't, like, it's one of those titles that's just there.
You got to give it weight.
You got to give it some weight. So making it an official title, making sure Starks is the one to bring that in, gives him more and more acumen that he can add to his resume.
Yeah, because and Ricky Starks deserves every chance in the world. He's amazing.
Ricky Starks is absolutely one of my favorites right now. Although, of course, Eddie is number 1. But also, you see what I did there with the absolute
Absolutely, Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks.
He's amazing.
Why was 6 afraid of 7?
'Cause 8,
It's Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, Hook,
my son.
my son, Hook.
God, what do you think Taz would be like as a guest?
I feel like it'd be pretty cool.
You think so?
I mean, granted, we do make fun of him a little bit with that clip, but I think he'd be cool because
We make fun of it because our friend Nate, we were talking to him and
he was like, "What's Botchamania?" And I was like, "Oh, perfect! I have the thing for you." And I pulled up Botchamania.
boy, did you ask the right ones.
Yeah, you really did. Something I watch on the regular, which I need to watch the WrestleMania Botchamania.
They just make it that stunner repeated over and over and over.
Adrenaline in my soul. Vince McMahon is getting old. Can't take a stunner anymore.
Oh man, not even Stone Cold knew what to do with him at that point.
He's just laughing. He didn't care. He was just done. He was like, "Man, this is funny. Whatever. I'm retired. I'm officially now retired. He's gonna leave me alone after this."
Yeah, he'll stop calling
Even
me.
Vince said it was bad.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, it was bad, but it was funny."
He's like, that man will stop calling me now.
Now he won't. You kidding me? You kidding me? They won't.
No,
They're
you're
waiting for
right.
Broken Skull sessions with Cody Rhodes.
You're right. You're right. You're not even wrong.
Also, him versus Seth too. Electric Boogaloo. Something I actually listen.
I'm listening.
Seth's visionary feuds have all been great. Am I wrong? Cesaro won, fun. Edge
Mhm.
won, amazing. Roman won, too short.
Yeah. Can we address that name real quick though?
The
Because
visionary.
Cesaro is currently unaccounted for.
No, he's on alumni page now, officially.
Yeah, but like he's not like we don't know what he's doing now.
Being a dad.
True. Ew.
That's the
kids.
rumor. Being a dad. That's
Gross.
what Drew said. I didn't even know Cesaro was married.
Yeah, me neither. I just he just kind of existed.
Yeah. I'm happy for him though. Him and Gargano are both being dads right now.
Ew, kids.
Speaking of Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa's on Raw now officially.
Yeah,
Never thought I'd see the day
here we are.
because he's always like, I'm never going to the main roster,
And then,
surprise.
hello.
Hello, I'm Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, hey Ezekiel. Oh, hey Kevin Owens. Oh, there goes my spotlight.
Eh.
What do you think of Ezekiel? After the initial reaction and name change, do you think the man known as formerly known as Elias, can get it over?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he's very much in the Sheamus category of he will get things over despite the writing team of WWE's efforts.
Yeah.
Like, they will do their best to ruin him by trying to write for him, and he will get it over because he's just a champ.
Yeah, in all honesty, Ezekiel, Elias, whatever your name is, respect to you, man. You got over by just talking about how bad a town's sports game is.
Yeah.
And you made it work and gave one of the best pops in wrestling.
Yeah.
I think it's just Seattle's a good wrestling town, too.
You never really think about Seattle in those conversations, but I think you're right.
I mean, they gave us Bryan Danielson.
Say less.
Yeah.
You're good. There you go.
You're good. You got it. Like Milwaukee gave us the Road Warriors, another great
Seattle
tag
gave
team.
us Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
To answer your question, yeah, I think he could pull it off because it's him. Because he's like, Ezekiel is objectively a stupid idea that no one should have greenlit. However, they gave it to a person that can get that over, right? So
Yeah.
I'm confident in it.
No, see, here's the
Somehow.
thing. I've told you this. I think I told you this off air, and I told you this 1,000 times, and I've said this 1,000 times. Elias, Ezekiel, whatever his name is, he is one of those guys that is a great mid-carder. Literally is one of my favorites. I love him. Yeah, I think Ezekiel, I want to see what happens. I know they're doing a lie detector test on next Monday. That was announced. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
They're either
See?
they're either good or they're just like so bad it's funny.
Yeah.
But this feels like Vince versus Hulk Hogan when they couldn't use Hulk Hogan and they called him Mr. America again. So I'm okay with it.
All right. I'm a little skeptical about the lie detector thing, but
Listen, you got two guys who can get anything over
that's
in
true.
this feud.
That's true,
Kevin
that's true.
Owens, the man, the myth, the legend himself, one of my favorites in WWE right now. KO and Ezekiel.
It's gonna take some getting used to.
I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
He just changed all his socials to say, I am not Elias.
Really?
Yeah. Which I think is funny.
Is this gonna be like a broken gimmick where he's like pivoting back and forth between Elias and Ezekiel?
He's got to grow his beard then. So does that mean he gets a fake beard?
Oh, I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm
For a second, would I put it past them?
I'm interested to see what happens because initially the rumor was with Elias or Ezekiel or whatever his name is. He was supposed to be a Macho Man ripoff. He was supposed to like be full Macho Man.
Really?
That was the rumor. And Vince like cut it. He was like, no.
Okay. Which makes sense because that's kind of a stupid idea.
Well, to be fair, Jay Lethal won multiple X Division titles with a Macho Man gimmick.
And I still don't know how I feel about that.
Eh.
I'm a little weirded out by Black Machismo.
He was funny.
He was. And he was at All In as well, I believe.
He was. And his theme song is called Stompin' Circumstance in AEW. They changed it a little bit, but the original one is on my playlist that I shared with you. But yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. And you know who else I think is going to be fine on the main roster?
Who?
Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, the new name of Marcel Barthel.
Well,
I think they'll be fine, and here's why. Gunther showed up, squashed a guy, left.
as long as they keep that going, he might be all right. But
I can see that going for 4 weeks, and then Ricochet versus him at Backlash, IC title, boom, bam, bop. There
Ricochet
you go.
puts him to sleep. But then after that, I don't know how much more they have in the tank with him.
He's got to be the first heel that's going to fight someone for the world title. I could see Gunther winning the Royal Rumble and winning the title.
You think so?
He's one. I think Vince knows there's something with this guy. I feel like he does because he's put him in these feuds, in these like main event matches, and like all this other stuff. He trusts him. And
I know Vince trusts him. I don't know if I trust him.
I don't know if I trust Vince. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. I got a gut feeling Gunther's going to do at least one world title run within the next 2 years, or he's going to get released.
I think.
And if they literally, I think they know that they can't release him because the minute they do, it's at AEW.
You think so?
He is so good. Gunther is one of those guys that, like, genuinely speaking, my roommate sat with me and watched a Gunther match.
Yeah.
It was Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther, and he has never watched wrestling before. And he's like, that was brutal. I loved it.
That's fair. The Gunther gimmick to me is like, I don't know if it's gonna stick, but
That's my only concern.
maybe if they repackage him, like after Ricochet stomps him into the dirt, hypothetically, I
Probably
think
won't happen.
yeah.
Ricochet hasn't been on TV since pre-Mania.
After whatever happens with him now resolves, if they repackage him, maybe, but I don't see the Gunther gimmick getting him anywhere.
I could see maybe if they did like the evil German heel,
You think so?
and they pulled a Rusev, the best man,
The
Redeemer.
promo
Oh,
on
now you know
God
what you know. Now
himself.
you want to know what I want to see:
what?
the Redeemer versus the Ring General, Gunther versus Miro. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I love.
Hunter.
Also, can we talk about the fact that I when Joe first got signed, I was like, "Give me," and I
Yeah.
saw Minoru Suzuki. I was like, "Give me what I want," and now they're giving it away on free TV.
Yep.
They're giving it away on free TV. Tony Khan,
Also, shout out to Minoru Suzuki for doing a bunch of amazing work
the
in the
mad
States recently.
lad.
He's been doing amazing work. He's
Every
doing that.
summer.
He did a match with Effie recently.
Yeah, I think I saw clips of that. That looked awesome.
Yeah.
Didn't Effie kiss him?
Yes. He did not know what to do with that. Because Effie's Effie.
Ah, that's great.
That is.
Oh, that's great.
Real quick, I want to mention a couple GCW things of
Yeah, do
note.
it. Do it. We got like 10 minutes.
Effie and Ali Ketch's tag team are the current GCW tag champs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they at one of the more recent GCW events took the belts, and also another match that I'm actually kind of mad at myself for missing was Dark Sheik versus Joey Janela.
And how'd that go?
Sheik won. I'm just legitimately mad at myself for missing that.
Yeah, that's fine.
There was also I'm trying to find the clip now so I could show you
Yeah.
because this might be the coolest wrestling move I've ever seen in my life. Watch Jordan Oliver bounce somebody off the top rope. Watch this. He bounces them into the top rope and gets them into a sit-out powerbomb. Watch this.
I want to see this. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
That is
that. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That's when Ricochet went for a move on Styles, and Styles caught him and put him in the Styles Clash.
Very that.
It's also like any Rey Mysterio going under the bottom rope to like hit him with a splash, but
Yeah.
then Randy pops up, hits him with an RKO.
It's very that. It was just so cool. I remember I had that GIF like on a loop, and I was just like, this is not. There is no way this is real, right?
That's real.
It's 100. It is so. It's so.
I love wrestling.
good. Me too. Me
It's
too.
great. It's amazing.
There's another picture I want to show you that I need your opinions on.
Shout out Effie, by the way, for going one-on-one with Minoru Suzuki and having the guts to kiss that man.
Shout out Effie
The
in
angriest
general.
grandpa in wrestling.
Effie said no podcasts. He's booked to the point of not doing podcasts.
Well, Effie, shout out to you anyway.
yeah, literally. What I need you to look at is this picture, and I want you to tell me what
Oh,
you think of that.
I already saw this. I was going to talk about it.
Can we briefly, at the tail end of this episode, address the picture of
Moxley in a bum bag.
not the bum bag?
Moxley showed up. Yes, this was this Carmella's wedding?
Yep.
All right, Moxley showed up to Carmella's wedding, and we'll talk about Strowman's fit for Alexa Bliss's. Moxley showed up to Carmella and Corey Graves' wedding in jeans, what did he show up?
Black button down, and that's it.
No. He showed up in a leather jacket and a Detroit bangle, like a Bengals shirt and a fanny pack. He had a black button down underneath, but it was like he showed up looking like an 80s wrestler, and I love him for it.
God bless John Moxley.
I sent that picture to my dad, and I said, "This picture goes hard," and he goes, "Yeah."
And then, but this picture was at the wedding, right?
Cincinnati Bengals, not Detroit Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Have a wonderful day.
That's Natalia
Hart?
in this picture. Yeah.
It's Natalia.
Yeah. Has a picture with John Moxley with the caption, is at the wedding with the caption, "We had a no holds barred match after this picture was taken. Renee has entered the chat." What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and I'm slightly concerned.
Hey, yo, Tyson Kidd, get your wife. I'm kidding. What was the other thing? What was the other?
Oh, Strowman's fit.
Yeah, Strowman pulled up to Alexa Bliss's wedding in a pink T-shirt, black jeans, and pink Crocs.
His hair.
Oh, by the way, Strowman's hair currently is the Friar Tuck, except not connected. It's two streaks on the side of his head. Strowman, my man.
You got the nerve.
You got to control your narrative a little bit better.
You got the nerve to get on Twitter talking about Tony Khan this, Tony
Also,
Khan that.
You know what? Shout out EC3.
EC3?
I like EC3.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm talking about Braun Strowman, man. I can't, man. You're talking about Tony Khan, this, that, and the other thing, bro. You look like you just stepped on a power line.
You look like you just stepped out of the 90s video for Powerline.
Yeah.
But no, shout out EC3 because I watched a clip because I know in their company they banned super kicks, Canadian destroyers, and dives through the tope suicidas.
Okay.
The reason why he said, because he explained it in an interview, he said because too many people do them. You can still do like all the other stuff. You just can't do those three because so many people do them. It's become like another move. And I get it.
It's getting watered down.
I get it. It's getting watered down, and you know what? I respect him for it.
Like, how many times have you heard Tony Schiavone? Tope suicida! Like,
yeah, you know what? I respect EC3 for that choice. It makes sense.
It does. You know, you want if you want it, it's got to be special. Like,
yeah.
That's like I've heard people talk about that about like finishers getting kicked out of. Like,
finishers getting kicked out of. It depends on the wrestler.
Yeah.
Personally, because for me, I can see like Samoa Joe kicking out of a Max Caster finisher, which we don't know what it is. But I can't see Samoa Joe kicking out of the One-Winged Angel.
Right. It depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, like same thing with the Razor's Edge. No one's kicked out of it when Razor Ramon hit it. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
But when Sheamus used it, plenty of people kicked out of it because that wasn't Sheamus's finisher. It was the Brogue Kick, which not a lot of people... Oh, did you just see? They finally broke the streak with the End of Days.
Really?
Apparently at Mania, Drew kicked out of the End of Days, which is the first time anyone's ever done that.
Oh.
Yeah. The Tribal Chief couldn't kick out of it, but Drew McIntyre could.
Also want to shout out real quick Tyree Taylor. There was I haven't seen him wrestle until very recently, and this man, this is at one of the Wrestling Open events. He's putting on a clinic. Like, it's hard to sum up, but like that power bomb, look at that. Look at that. And I mean, obviously it's both parties involved. Look at that. That's scary. That is, watch this. So yeah, a lot of cool things been happening in the indie scene as well. I love talking about wrestling on this show.
I love wrestling too. And for next week, what do we got?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, unless there's something newsworthy, which there should be because there's going to be new NXT Tag Champions tonight, which I'm probably going to watch on Peacock the next day.
Right. Also, we're coming up on Battle of the Belts, yeah?
Yeah. We're probably going to fantasy book and do some news. I'm thinking for fantasy booking, Logan Paul winning the WWE Championship.
You want to go there?
I want to go there because we haven't done WWE yet.
We've only done AEW.
It's either that or it's Cody Rhodes' run in WWE. Like if we had 3 years with Cody, what would we have him do?
Nah, you know what? For next week, we do Logan Paul.
Okay, Logan Paul is next week, folks.